Well, two Republicans are facing off against each other in next month's primary runoff for the 12th Congressional District in North Texas. State Representative Craig Goldman and businessman John O'Shea are vying for the open seat, and political reporter Jack Fink asked both why they believe they're the better candidate.
State Representative Craig Goldman of Fort Worth and businessman John O'Shea were the top two vote-getters in the five-candidate race during the March Republican primary. They're vying to succeed longtime Congresswoman Kay Granger, who announced last year that she's retiring at the end of her term this year. The 12th Congressional District is in much of Fort Worth, Tarrant, and Parker counties. Goldman is endorsed by Governor Greg Abbott, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, and Fort Worth Mayor Mattie Parker, among other lawmakers in Tarrant County. O'Shea is endorsed by Attorney General Ken Paxton and Texas Agriculture Commissioner Sid Miller, among others. Both O'Shea and Goldman say their top priorities include securing the southern border and cutting federal spending. The national debt is now more than $34.6 trillion and counting. We asked each of them why they believe Republicans should vote for them in the May 28th runoff.
The difference is very clear. I have a proven conservative voting record, 10 years worth in the Texas State House, and my opponent has no record of doing anything. And so it's very clear. I mean, whether it's pro-life issues, whether it's Second Amendment, where we made constitutional carry of the law of the state of Texas, where it's spending billions of dollars to defend our Texas border, I've done it. I've been a part of it. I've been a leader in the Texas State House helping to make those things happen.
The gentleman who is my opponent right now in the primary has been in the State House for the last 10 years and has been part of the House leadership. I would say is viewed more as part of the Republican establishment, whereas I tend to fall under more of the America First, kind of Ken Paxton wing of the Republican Party. And I think, you know, there is a bit of a civil war in the Texas Republican Party right now. And I think having voters have a binary choice as to whether or not they would rather return back to the more establishment kind of George Bush wing of the Republican Party or more of the America First, Donald Trump, Ken Paxton wing of the party. We now have the ability to offer that choice to the voters.
Former President Donald Trump has not endorsed either candidate in this race. The winner of this primary will face Democrat Trey Hunt this November, but this is a Republican majority district and will likely remain so. We're profiling this race on Eye on Politics this Sunday morning. Plus, we'll take a deep dive into two propositions on the ballot in Frisco's municipal elections, pitting the Firefighters Association against city leaders. It's all Sunday morning at 7:30 on CBS News Texas, on air and streaming. Hope you'll join us for Eye on Politics.